Welcome back, combo fans. I am Bryant Cook, and today we're playing Pauper Living End. We're cascading into Exhume. Let's go check it out. This is Pauper Living End, and how this deck functions is you want to play Cascade spells, and those spells would be Demonic Dread, a 3-mana sorcery with Cascade, and then Violent Outburst, a 3-mana instant with Cascade. These spells both cost 3 mana, so that means that you can cascade into a spell that costs 2 or less. The only spell we play that costs 2 or less is Exhume, so you will 100% of the time find Exhume, which means that you need to put large monsters to the graveyard. Well, luckily for us, Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth had a ton of those with Oliphaunt, Generous End, and then Troll of Khazad-dûm. Additionally, we have Gloomfang Mauler from, what set is that? March of the Machines? Yeah. All right, so we have those as creatures 13 to 16, and well, it's pretty easy to get those creatures to the graveyard because they all land cycle, which allows us to play a low land count. We're only playing 14 lands today, but we have 16 creatures that cycle for lands, so we should be able to hit our land drops. And a major upgrade to this deck compared to the last one is Dread Return. That last video was recorded before this card was legal in Pauper. Not an issue today, and it works very well with our Cascades because, well, it costs more than 3. And additionally, at the end of that video, I showed a Jund list. Snuff Out was a card I was considering in that list. Spinning Darkness was another one, but the comment section found a beautiful inclusion of Mind Collapse, which deals with large black creatures like Gurmag Angler or Thorn of the Black Rose, whatever, and I think that card is a wonderful upgrade here today. So we've moved the creature sweepers to the sideboard and spot removal to the main deck. We're really just putting a large monster onto the battlefield, clearing the way and winning. That's the game plan. Hopefully you enjoy it, and hopefully we get a lot of wins, and if we do, make sure to like, comment, subscribe for more great Pauper content. Alright, that's all I've got for now. I will see you in the first match. Don't go anywhere. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can also show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks such as badges, emotes, early access to videos, exclusive members only content, and access to our members Discord section. As you increase the tiers, there are other rewards such as shop discounts, sideboard guides, and even free donation decks. Click the join button down below to find out more. We also have other ways you can support us, like theepicswarm.com/shop or submitting a donation deck via theepicswarm.com/donation decks. That's enough for now. Let's play some Magic. Welcome to the first match. We've won the die roll. Pauper Living End. Let's go. Alright, so we have a land cycler, but it costs 2. And then we'd have double Cascade and a Dread Return. So on the second turn, I can use the Simian Spirit Guide to land cycle, or I can take a mulligan. It's a tough call. I also have, okay, I could draw into 13 lands. I could also draw into 1 of 12 1-mana cyclers, so we have about 25-ish hits. I'm going to mulligan just because having essentially 3 reanimate effects is quite a bit, so instead we'll take a mulligan. This isn't any better. I guess I'm going to keep this. It's a second turn Gloomfang Mauler. Our opponent has decided to keep their 7. I'm going to bottom the second copy of Simian Spirit Guide. Okay, so I'm going to play a mountain and pass the turn. Uh-oh, we're facing Gardens. This is not a matchup that I want to be playing Living End in. But, oh well. We just have to try to win. Let's grab the basics so that way we can Exhume on the second turn. Violent Outburst, okay, and now we will Exhume. We'll back up onto our Gloomfang Mauler, and now we have a 7/7 Menace. Oh, they're an Infect. Okay. Troll of Khazad-dûm. I'll cycle the Troll. Let's grab a Haunted Mire, and then I'll attack for 7. Pass the turn. Land number 3. Rancor on the Blight Mamba. Groundswell, so this would be 7 poison. No blocks. So I take 7 here. If they have a way to give it hexproof, I'm in trouble. I guess I'll try to Snuff Out. And they did have the hexproof spell. I'm taking 8. Uh-oh. Brutal. They have 3 cards remaining in their hand. I think I'll pass here rather than risk dying. They play land number 4. I'll block with the Gloomfang Mauler. Yeah, so that's going to deal 1 to me right now. Wow, they just had it the whole time. Crushed me. I guess I should have killed it when they were tapped out. I mean, I just got really punished there. Okay. I see you. I think I want the additional Mind Collapse. Maybe less Spinning Darkness. Let's try that again. And this time, I'll just kill the thing when I have the opportunity. No trying to get cute. This seems like a fine hand. Turn 1 Geothermal Bog, and we'll pass. They have a turn 1 Forest. Alright, so I'm going to exile Simian Spirit Guide and cycle Troll. Grab a basic, and let's Exhume. Turn 2 Troll. Hopefully this can get the job done. Ichor Claw Mirror, okay. We'll cycle Generous End. Grab the basic Forest. And Exhume. Attack for 6. Rancor is back. And another Rancor. They do not attack. Let's cycle Generous End. Grab a Wooded Ridgeline. We'll play the Ridgeline. Exile Simian Spirit Guide. And then we will Violent Outburst. And then play Exhume. Getting another Generous End. Swing for 13. This will put them to 1. Okay, well, I don't have to use my Mind Collapse, so I'm good with that. We'll pass the turn. I mean, this game, Living End, definitely felt incredibly powerful. Love that. Okay, now we need to win game number 3 on the draw. I wonder if Spinning Darkness is better than 2 Dread Return. Maybe Arms of Hadar is better than Dread Return as well. Let's try this. Submit. On the draw versus Mono Green Infect. Okay, I am willing to keep this. Turn 1 Forest, pass. We'll play our Geothermal Bog, pass the turn. Land number 2 into a Blight Mamba. Bazooka Bog. I think I should just kill this while I can. And then we'll cycle Generous End. Actually, no, let's cycle the Oliphaunt. I can get a green source with this anyway. Pass the turn. Another Blight Mamba, okay. They have 4 cards left. Float black, red. I'm going to Mind Collapse the Blight Mamba. We'll get rid of the Wooded Ridgeline. Opponent is thinking very hard on this Mind Collapse. Alright, now we'll play Bazooka Bog, exile their graveyard, and then we will Exhume, getting back our Oliphaunt. Pass. Glistener Elf, that's scary. They have 4 cards still. And another Glistener Elf. I do have this Arms of Hadar, but I'm 2 lands away. Cycle the Generous End. We'll get Haunted Mire. Am I supposed to just disrespect here and attack? I'm not sure. I guess it really only matters, like, if they play a sorcery like a Groundswell, it matters. I think I'll pass. Might of Old Corrosa, okay. I'll block with my Oliphaunt. They Predator Strike. Sure. They have 2 cards left in their hand. I'll cycle an Oliphaunt. We'll get a basic mountain. Play it, and let's Arms of Hadar. Target you. Pass the turn. They play a land. Another Blight Mamba. They have 1 card in hand, and I have 5 poison. Interesting. I can hardcast the Oliphaunt. I think that's the move. Passing the turn after that. So far, this has been a pretty good game. My Oliphaunt has resolved. I guess I shouldn't have 6. I don't want them to know that I don't have a Snuff Out. They cycle a Tranquil Thicket. Might of Old Corrosa on the Blight Mamba. So they can kill my Oliphaunt here and regenerate. Or else I'm dead. That was devastating for them to draw here. I need to draw a Snuff Out. I guess a Mind Collapse could work. So could a Spinning Darkness if they regenerate here. They do regenerate the Blight Mamba. My Oliphaunt dies. Unfortunate. We rip another Arms of Hadar. They have 1 card in hand. I'm going to play it. Their last card was Mutagenic Growth. No! Oh, devastating. They've had everything, it feels like. I'll take 1 poison here. I have 6 poison. Okay, we'll cycle a Gloomfang Mauler. We'll pick up a Geothermal Bog. We'll play the Bog. Pass the turn. I'm dead to most pump spells here, including this Might of Old Corrosa. Wow. Okay, so they got me. But what a match. I mean, I felt like this was pretty good. There's a lot of back and forth. Unfortunately, I lost. And I think that you could look at the game number 1 where I didn't seize the moment at killing the Blight Mamba when they were tapped out. But Wow, those were some pretty good games. 0-1. Hopefully we win some more matches moving forward, but that was pretty sweet. I'll see you in round number 2. Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks. Round number 2, we're on the draw, and I will keep Ancient Den, Ornithopter, Springleaf Drum, okay, solid start, and Ardent Recruit, so a turn 1 3/3 creature and Pauper. They have 2 cards left in their hand. We'll play Haunted Mire and pass the turn. They play a land. Thoughtcast, okay, they're back up to 3 cards. Ginger Brute. They attack for 4. I'll fall to 16 life here. And another Springleaf Drum. They have 1 card remaining in hand. Bazooka Bog. I'm probably going to want to sit on that. I'm going to cycle the Oliphaunt. We'll grab a basic mountain, play it, and pass the turn. They play a land, and it looks like they're going to combat again. Sure, I'll take 4 going to 12. They're holding 1 card back. We don't know if it's another land or a blank. It could also be a Metallic Rebuke or something along those lines. I'll grab the basic Swamp. Another copy of Spinning Darkness. I'm going to just play a land here and pass. On their turn, I can Violent Outburst at instant speed and then block a creature. Raven Inspector, so they'll get a clue. They sacrifice that clue immediately. They've declared attackers. We will now Violent Outburst and cast Exhume at instant speed, picking up a Troll of Khazad-dûm. Move to blockers and we'll block the Ardent Recruit. Now it's our turn. Dread Return. Wonder what the play is here. I'm going to Bazooka Bog them, I think. And then on their turn, I will instant speed Exhume again. I am the beatdown, hear me roar. So far, this deck has definitely felt better than the last time I played it. I know that I lost match number 1, but, I mean, those were just really good games, if I'm being honest, and sometimes in Magic, you're just going to lose. But what I'm trying to say here is this deck feels more consistent and more powerful than the last time I played it. Alright, they have a bridge, 2 cards remaining in hand. They're swinging out. How do you feel about another instant speed Violent Outburst? We'll cast an Exhume. Go to blocks and I will block a Ginger Brute. I'm at 10. They have 2 cards remaining in their hand. They play a Mere Enforcer. And another Ornithopter, okay. Snuff out, please. Another Bazooka Bog. We'll go to combat. Swing, swing. My Oliphaunt will make my Troll bigger. You love to see that. They have to block or else they're dead. Okay, so they make the safe block here. I could have killed them with Spinning Darkness on the Ornithopter, but they ended up making the right call. So they'll take 8. I'm sorry, they'll take 10 because I trampled over for 2. I'll play another copy of Bazooka Bog, exile their graveyard. And then we will Exhume. And I now have 3 black creatures in my, or 3 black cards in my graveyard for Spinning Darkness. All that glitters. How do you feel about Spinning Darkness instead? This now fizzles. Sweet. Game number 1 over Affinity. Ingot Chewer seems like an auto-include here. I think I might like it a little bit more than Spinning Darkness. I think that this might be a little bit slow for a Spinning Darkness matchup. And then maybe you want the Mind Collapses and we can bring those in over like 2 Gloomfang Maulers. They also have a lot of creatures, so you could bring in Fairy Macabre just to make sure their graveyard stays clear. You would take out the other 2 Gloomfang Maulers if you wanted to do that. I mean, I don't hate it. We could try this. Like, we just have so much spot removal where having additional graveyard hate actually helps us. No lands, unfortunately, we can't keep. That is sometimes a problem with a 14 land deck, I understand. We'll go to 6. Really slow. But I think I'm going to keep it and bottom the Dread Return. Turn 1 Ancient Den, Ornithopter, Springleaf Drum, and Ardent Recruit. 2 games in a row, good start. We find another Ingot Chewer. We'll play the Bazooka Bog, target them, pass. Raven Inspector. And they're attacking for 3. I'll fall to 17. Frogmite, they have one card left. We'll cycle the Generous End, and we'll grab a Wooded Ridgeline. Our draw here just feels very slow compared to what our opponent's doing. They play a land, they have one card. All that glitters. Am I really supposed to sacrifice my land here? So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Taking 13 this turn if I don't kill this. I mean, the thing is I can untap an Ingot Chewer, but I don't think I'm going to be able to live. It's 6 plus... No, I'd be taking 12. I go to 5. I untap, I Ingot Chewer. They still have 5 on the board. I could Mind Collapse. The perfect world, I draw an untapped land. I think I have to Mind Collapse here. Oh, I can't. My bad. I forgot that the sacrifice on your turn clause of Mind Collapse. Whoops. All that thinking for nothing. And it's actually 1 more damage than I thought. I go to 4. So I can evoke the Ingot Chewer, kill the Ornithopter. I think I'm actually dead to the Thraben Inspector here. Mind Collapse the 3/3. And then next turn I can Generous End. And then block, but then I take 1 and die. So I'd have to draw an untapped black or red land. I guess if I Exhume the Generous End, they get a creature back too. So I think I'm actually just dead. They play an Ornithopter, sure. They draw a card using the clue. Yeah, I don't see a world where I live through this. We drew an untapped land, but I still don't think I can live. So I can Ingot Chewer the Frogmite, and then just die. Okay, so game number 3. Our draw was just a little bit too slow that time. Resubmit. I wonder if Spinning Darkness is better than Dread Return when I board in Fairy Macabres and stuff like that. Let's try this, actually. Because I am boarding in faster stuff to the graveyard that's black. This seems great. Keep. They kept 6. We'll play a basic mountain and pass the turn. They play Ancient Den into Gingerbrute. We'll take 1. On their end step, we'll cycle Oliphaunt. And I think I'll get a Geothermal Bog. I'm punished by drawing Violent Outburst. Play the Bog. And then I'm going to evoke Ingot Chewer, and I'm actually going to blow up their Ancient Den. Pass the turn. Basic Plains. Love to draw an untapped land here. Snuff out. I'm going to snuff out the Gingerbrute. And then we'll Bazooka Bog. Pass the turn. Darksteel Citadel, Thraben Inspector. Sure. They have 4 cards remaining in hand. Another Demonic Dread. Target the Thraben Inspector. Cascade. We'll Exhume. Get back the Oliphaunt. And then we'll pass the turn. All that glitters, so their creature is a 5/6. They attack, I'll take it. Ouch. We draw another Exhume. So that means that one of my Cascade spells is going to be dead moving forward. Let's Demonic Dread again. We'll cast another Exhume. Ingot Chewer will destroy the clue, which shrinks the Thraben Inspector to a 5 toughness. And then we can Mind Collapse the Thraben Inspector, sacrificing the basic mountain. Swing. Okay. Feel like we've turned the corner this game. Our opponent's just passing, 4 cards in hand. Play the Haunted Mire. And this would be attacking for 11. Swing, swing. Okay, they're at 3. Things are looking good for the home team. Let's go! We're 1-1 in this Pauper League, 3 matches left. Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Token Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $14.99. This combo token pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens. That includes our classic Storm and mana tokens, as well as fan favorites such as Goblins, Squirrels, and Slime Time Live. But that's not all. We've expanded this token pack to cover a variety of formats with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game. Match number 3, we're on the play. Let's go. Alright, so we have double Snuff Out, 2 Land Cyclers. This seems fine. Turn 1 Bazooka Bog, target them, pass. Haunted Mire, I like your style. We'll cycle Oliphaunt, grab the basic mountain. We'll play the mountain and pass the turn. They Bazooka Bog me. Wow, rude. End step, I'll cycle the Troll. Let's grab a Haunted Mire. Play the Mire, pass the turn. They cycle their own Troll. Are we playing the Mirror? Or is this just Goglari Gardens? Goglari Rot Farm? I don't know. I can't play the Demonic Dread because they don't have a creature. We'll take a draw. I would have loved to have drawn a Dread return there. We'll pass. They did not Bazooka Bog me. Interesting. Violent Outburst. Okay. We'll play the Swamp and pass the turn. They play another Swamp. And it does look like they're on the Goglari Gardens deck. Avenging Hunter can happen. They take the initiative. Okay. On the end step, I'm going to Violent Outburst. And we will Exhume. Unfortunately, they're getting back their Troll here. And then still on the end step, I'm going to cycle Gloomfang Mauler. And we'll grab a Geothermal Bog. Ooh, a Bazooka Bog. Okay. So I am going to start with a Snuff Out on their Avenging Hunter. I'm then going to... Hold on. Okay, I think I can do a cool trick here. Can I? I actually don't think I can. Oh, I can target my own creature. That's what I can do. We'll float a red. We'll kill the Troll, sacrificing the mountain. And now I will play Bazooka Bog. Target them. And now I will Demonic Dread my own Troll. Cast Exhume. And we will back up our Troll. We'll attack and then we'll take the initiative. We'll grab a basic mountain. We've already played our land, we have to pass. They cast down my Troll. Okay. And then they Bazooka Bog me. Sure. I believe our opponent knows that I have 2 lands in my hand, by the way. And then they play a Campfire. We go deeper into the dungeon. I'm going to choose Forge, making our Mauler a 7/7. Spinning Darkness. I can't see myself wanting to hardcast this right now, so I'm going to play the tap land. Swing for 7. They gain 2 life going up to 14. We'll pass the turn. They play a land. And they hardcast their own Troll. Sure. They're just dead on board. The initiative happens. We will trap them. They'll lose 5 going to 2. Mind Collapse. That's a funny one to draw here. As if you weren't dead enough. Mind Collapse your Troll. Sweet. We've taken game number 1 over Goglari Gardens. Okay, I don't think Spinning Darkness is very good here, so we're going to side that out. I am interested in more copies of Mind Collapse, and then maybe 2 Fairy Macabre. I'm not sure any of these other cards are worth their weight. Game number 2, we're on the draw, and I will keep. Turn 1 Colony Garden. I'll play the Bazooka Bog. Pass the turn. Nile Spellbomb, huh? Okay. Not very kind of you. Simian Spirit Guide. We'll cycle the Oliphaunt. Let's grab a Wooded Ridgeline. We'll play that and pass the turn. They play an Ichor Wellspring, Basic Swamp, into Duress. Okay. That hurts. And they take an Exhume. Another Violent Outburst. I think I'll just pass here. They sacrifice Ichor Wellspring. They're going to draw a bunch of cards. And they replay the Colony Garden. On the end step, we'll exile Simian Spirit Guide and let's attempt a Violent Outburst. We'll cast Exhume. No responses with the Nile Spellbomb. Do you have a Snuff Out? We drew Exhume number 3. Swing, swing. And they did have the Snuff Out. Let's try Exhume. They use their Spellbomb. And then before our Exhume resolves, I will exile Simian Spirit Guide and cycle the Oliphaunt. Go grab a Geothermal Bog. We have an Oliphaunt back in play and we'll pass the turn. They do have 7 cards in hand to our 3, so they're pretty far ahead. Tithing Blade. Yikes. Yeah, I mean, this is a matchup I just didn't want to face. We're too far behind at this point. I'm just going to go to game number 3. And I think I want the Ingot Chewers. Maybe let's take out Snuff Out. Game number 3, we're on the play. No large creature, which is a little bit weird. But I'm going to try it. We'll lead on Bazooka Bog. Pass the turn. They have Swamp Pass. There's an Ingot Chewer, but I don't have any red mana. And they cycle a Troll of Khazad-dûm. They Duress me. Which is fine. Like, our hand doesn't really do anything. They take Violent Outburst. Interesting. The Demonic Dread is a little bit better because we're only 1 mana away from casting it. We draw another Violent Outburst, but still no large creatures. And another Duress. Another Violent Outburst to the graveyard. Simian Spirit Guide doesn't really help at the moment. Something I could do is hardcast the Simian Spirit Guide as a creature to soak up a Tithing Blade. Well, that doesn't look like it's going to happen with Crypt Rats. Another Demonic Dread. We have 16 large creatures in our deck, and I can't seem to draw one. They play a Fanatical Offering, and they use the map on their Crypt Rats and put Bazooka Bog on top of their deck. They play Bazooka Bog, that's interesting. They still have 6 cards. We draw a Troll of Khazad-dûm. Cycle the Troll. Grab Geothermal Bog, we'll play it and pass. Avenging Hunter. Okay. Yeah, I feel like this game got away from me. But it's also just not a very good matchup. Our opponent has so much spot removal. Plus graveyard hate, like main deck Bazooka Bogs plus sideboard Nile Swell Bombs. If we won this match, I would have been amazed. Another Demonic Dread. So I can float a red, Mind Collapse the Avenging Hunter, sacrificing the mountain. And then we can Fairy Macabre the 2 creatures. But the problem is, like, this just doesn't matter. And then we'll Demonic Dread the Crypt Rats. Play the Exhume, get back a Troll. But like our opponent already has 6 cards in hand. They have the initiative, and they can just use Crypt Rats to kill my Troll. Like, I'm so far behind. The Crypt Rats is now a 3/3, pretty big rat. And there's the Tithing Blade. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I sideboarded incorrectly. I'm not sure what you could even play to make this matchup better. It just seems like I don't know. I don't mean to keep repeating myself saying we're so far behind, but I can't imagine a world where you actually somehow win this. And a Nile Spellbomb. We'll exile Simian Spirit Guide. I mean, they have the Spellbomb too. I'm just going to call it. Alright, bummer. We're 1-2, 2 matches left. You're still watching. Make sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. While you're near the description, here's a reminder to use our affiliate links if you're going to make a purchase from Amazon, Card Hoarder, or TCG Player. Just above those affiliate links, you'll find our social channels. Make sure to join those to connect with us. We're back at it for the 4th match. We're on the draw, and this is one of the better hands we've opened. I will keep. Alright, it looks like we're facing Caw Gates. Spinning Darkness is the draw. I'll play a Mountain and pass the turn. I don't think I've ever faced Gates with this deck before, but I can't imagine it's too bad of a matchup. Sacred Cat. Another Gloomfang Mauler. I don't mind a secondary creature here. They attack with their 1/1, sure. The Modern Age. You got it. They discard a Heap Gate. On their end step, I'll cycle a Gloomfang Mauler. Grab a basic Swamp. And a Troll of Khazad-dûm. But I'm going to use my mana most efficiently here, and I'm going to Demonic Dread and Exhume that way. We'll play the Exhume, and we'll get a 7/7 Menace. Pass the turn. 2 black cards in the graveyard for Spinning Darkness. They discard a Prismatic Strands, okay. Journey to Nowhere. Well, the Holding Open counterspell as well. That's not cool. We'll take 1. They have 3 cards left. I will cycle a Troll, go grab a Haunted Mire, and let's bait. I mean, it's not really a bait. Counter my spell. Oh no, I didn't see that coming. So surprised. Okay, so the Modern Age will now transform into Vector Glider. They have a Basilisk Gate. Dawnbringer Cleric, jeez. Alright, they exile my Troll. I'm gonna Spinning Darkness the cat. And now I can Bazooka Bog and hit their Prismatic Strands and their cat. Target them. They have 1 card left in their hand. Cycle the Troll. Grab a basic Swamp. And let's Violent Outburst. Pass the turn. They have 1 card, but they do have a Giant Gate. They play Preordain. 1 card on top, 1 on the bottom. Another copy of the Modern Age. Discards Prismatic Strands. And they have no hand. They pump their Vector Glider, so now it's attacking for 6 in the air. It's a little bit annoying. I'll fall to 15. We draw another Oliphaunt. I will attack for 6. No blocks, they just take it. Let's play another Oliphaunt. By splitting the colors, we're making ourselves slightly better against Prismatic Strands. They discard a preordained to the Modern Age. A little surprised by that. Well, they have double gate. Okay, if I don't draw... Am I actually just dead here? Not quite, but almost. If I don't draw spot removal, I'm dead. I can't block the Vector Glider. So, I mean, I can't... They actually have Prismatic Strands for the Vector Glider. I can deal them 14. I'm pretty sure I'm dead no matter what here. Attack with the Troll. Wow, they actually used the Prismatic Strands. The problem is the Modern Age is about to flip again. I'll kill the I'll Mind Collapse the Vector Glider. This buys me a turn. And then I have to pass. They're going to target their Dawnbringer Cleric, making it huge. I have to block. And they have Squadron Hawk. Yeah, they've got it. We can go to the next game. Brutal. That was a tough one. Probably want Suffocating Fumes. Maybe board out Mind Collapse. We'll try this. On the play. Sure, why not? Our opponent mulligans to 6. We'll play Wooded Ridgeline and pass the turn. Citadel Gate, okay. Another Spinning Darkness. I'm just going to cycle the Troll now. Grab a Haunted Mire, we'll play it and pass. The Modern Age is back. Discards a Gate, sure. Another Haunted Mire, we'll play it, pass the turn. Discards Island. And I'm punished by Dawnbringer Cleric. Yep. That's brutal. We draw another Troll. I'm going to pass for now. The Modern Age flips into the 3rd chapter. Preordain. Another copy of the Modern Age. I'm going to snuff out the Dawnbringer Cleric. Let's cycle the Mauler. Grab a Geothermal Bog, we'll play it past the turn. They discard another land and then a Basilisk Gate. Holy moly. This is going to hurt. They have 3 cards in hand. I will attempt to snuff out. Okay, I will take 6. I mean, I could have responded to the gate. That probably would have been a little bit smarter because then I could have Spinning Darkness and saved myself some damage. Okay. Play Bazooka Bog, target them. We'll Exhume. And then let's just Spinning Darkness the Vector Glider now. Pass the turn. They preordain. Relic. Sure. Journey to Nowhere is very unfortunate here. They have 1 card left in their hand. They exile my Spinning Darkness. Snuff out. Okay, I guess I'll snuff out the Vector Glider. And then we'll exile Simian Spirit Guide. And let's play Troll of Khazad-dûm. I'm at 5 life. And they have double Basilisk Gate. They play a land. Okay, so it looks like we might have caught a small break here. Attack. They fall to 14. Undo. Whoops. Need a red mana for hardcasting this Simian Spirit Guide. I am the beats. Sure, my snuff out has been exiled. They draw a card using the relic. Journey to Nowhere. Okay, that's a little unfortunate. I feel like I've said that a lot this league. Dread Return. This is where I would reanimate my fatty. If I had one. Brainstorm. Oh, they found Squadron Hawk. No. Alright, I think this game is over. Yep, you have a bunch of Squadron Hawks. I guess I could draw Suffocating Fumes. That's like one of the few outs I have. That certainly isn't it. They got me. Alright, so we're now 1-3. Things not looking so hot. Let's try to win that 5th match and get half my play points back. With Card Hoarder, renting your favorite combo deck has never been easier. There isn't a more affordable solution for Magic Online. Want to play the deck in this video? Check out the pinned comment below to easily rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Did you know you can rent the Epic Storm from Card Hoarder for as little as 7 tickets a week? We've made it simple to do so by including a button to rent the entire deck at theepicstorm.com/decklist. The final match. I'm on the draw, and this hand has no lands. Oh no. I click keep. I was going to say we can't keep, and then brain doesn't work. It's late. Oh, geez. I'm sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me here. Okay, maybe we'll get lucky and draw a land off the top. I mean, we have 14 of them. Oh, no. Turn 1 Ginger Brute. Come on, untap land. Please. I'm going to concede. I don't want our opponent to see what we're playing. And I'm probably not going to win that one anyway. So let's just go to the next one. I think they're on red. I think I want Gnaw to the Bone and Ingot Chewers. Side Out, Snuff Outs. And I don't know if we need Dread Return here. Actually, if we're facing red, Olifaunt's pretty terrible. It just dies to Galvanic Blast. And then we'll bring in 2 more Mind Collapse. Let's try this. Okay. I will not keep a terrible hand again. This seems delightful. Once again, sorry about that. I'm tired. I don't know what's wrong with me. Alright, turn 1, Wooded Ridgeline. Pass the turn. Okay, so they're Boros. Play the basic Swamp. We'll pass the turn. Experimental Synthesizer. Okay. They play a Great Furnace. They play a Gingerbrute. Sure. We'll take 1. We go to 19. On their end step, we will cycle the Gloomfang Mauler. Let's grab a Haunted Mire. And then Demonic Dread, because they played a Gingerbrute. We'll play Exhume. And the Mauler will target itself. We have a 7/7 Menace. Springleaf Drum. Okay. They play a Glinthawk. This can pick up the Synthesizer. They play a land. And Synthesizer's back. They reveal Frogmite. Okay. Mirror Enforcer. They have 2 cards left. Ardent Recruit. So this is just Boros Affinity? Okay. Gnaw to the Bone was not really a draw I wanted here. Cycle the Generous End. Go grab the Forest. We'll play the Forest. And then I'm going to main phase the Violent Outburst because it will allow me to Spinning Darkness at instant speed. Because it's the 3rd black card to the graveyard. And we will now attack. It has Menace, so if they double block or try to triple block, we might be able to mess them up with this Spinning Darkness. Our opponent is currently learning what Menace does at the moment. They block with Mirror Enforcer and the Ardent Recruit. And now I will Spinning Darkness the Ardent Recruit. And their Mirror Enforcer dies. Pass the turn. They play Ren's Resolve, revealing double all that glitters. Wow. Holy moly. That was insane. Can't catch a break. Yep. A 10/10 Glinthawk. I need to draw a removal spell right now. We will take 10. I go to 12. Another Haunted Mire. I don't think that's going to do it. Attack with the Gloomfang Mauler. And they can put the all that glitters on the Gingerbrute next turn. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't think I really have a choice. Yep. We cannot block the Gingerbrute. I will gain 3 life using my food token. And then I'm forced to chump block with my Generous End. Okay. Mind Collapse is a little bit too late at this point. Attack with the Gloomfang Mauler. Our opponent's still not realizing that they can't block with just a Frogmite, but it doesn't matter. I'm dead here. And, yeah, so this was a bad league. I mean, we went 1-4. I did feel like there was a chance we could have won that first match, but we kind of just got destroyed the rest of the way. It's heartbreaking. Going back to the deck list here. Do I think this was an improvement on that initial 4-color list? I really do. The deck list felt smooth. I think one of the bigger issues is with Pauper in general, and that is the removal has become so good. And Tithing Blade was not a good card for Reanimator strategies. You might have seen the Rakdos Reanimator League I uploaded where I just got my teeth kicked in nonstop by the black decks in the format, and that happened again in this video. But also, looking at the other decks in the format, so our Kage opponent beat me with a 8/7 or 8/10 Dawnbringer Cleric. The Affinity decks get to make 10/10s for 2 mana. And what is this deck doing comparatively? Like, this feels so much more fair than all the other good decks in the format. So while you're sneaking in 7/7s, your opponents are just doing things that are a little bit better. And it seems like they're more equipped to deal with the Tithing Blade stuff. So maybe Reanimator's dead in Pauper. I know that's not what you want to hear at the end of a video, but I don't see a way forward currently. It could change in the future with more printings, but in this current moment, I don't think Reanimator is a strategy I should be playing anymore. I hate to say it, but I feel like that's where I'm at. And that's all I've got. So thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'm sorry I couldn't put up a better performance, but It is what it be. Have a great day and keep storming. What you should do is like, comment, and subscribe because there's no better way to support us. And if you enjoyed this video, head over to moxfield.com and follow us there. It's truly the best deck website on the internet. We update all of our decks there regularly with the latest and greatest technology, so you're always up to date. Once again, go check out Moxfield, and thank you for watching.